Welcome back to Inside Investigations. From appliances to electronics, everything you buy now can be paid for later. No financing and low financing incentives may convince you to stretch your budget. But before you sign, beware, because this could happen to you.
That's Isaiah's bed.
It's one of two beds Pat Fitzpatrick bought on credit, along with kitchen chairs from a local furniture store a few months ago.
It said if you pay off in 3 months, there's no fees.
So Pat did just that, made all of her payments to reach the $967 she owed. But when she called to confirm her payoff,
they said, I owe almost $3,000.
What?
They said, well, we added on your fees because your 30-day is up.
The finance company claimed she didn't pay off what she owed during the contract terms, so they were charging her the full amount of the lease, which was, get this, nearly 3 times the value of the furniture.
So I called the finance company. They advised me to donate it to a Salvation Army or donate. I said, this doesn't sound right. Why would I donate my grandkids' beds to a charity if I need them for the kids?
And you've already paid for it.
And I've already paid for it.
That's when Pat authorized Inside Investigations producer Marnie Zambri to speak with American First Finance about her account and the inflated fee.
Can you point out to me on the contract where in the contract it shows that if there's a missed payment that it will result in a $2,500 fee?
Oh, that, nowhere. That's not what happened.
But what did happen with Pat and American First Financial? The document appears to suggest that you can lease your furniture to own if you make all the scheduled payments within 101 days. But here's what's not on paper.
When the 236.13 are not set up to pay off the total amount within her within her early payout option. She needs to call in and make extra payments. So if she pays diligently 236.13 every time a payment is required, when she reaches her 101 day, she'll still have a balance. Her payment is not set up to pay it off completely within 101.
Did you catch that? He admitted that American First Financial doesn't tell you in your written agreement what your total payoff amount is. My question is, how often do people who make regularly scheduled payments fall into this trap? And what are the red flags you need to watch for?
You know, consumers need to read these agreements very carefully. They need to read the fine print and make sure that they're not going to get trapped into something that's very high interest or where there's some large balloon payment at the end that's going to trap them in further in debt.
The store, recognizing they would look bad by even being associated with American First Finance, decided they would make it right, and Pat would owe nothing.
I feel wonderful. My grandkids get to sleep in their beds, and I get to be comfortable at my dining table. We need more people like you to come to our rescue.
We're so happy things worked out for Pat, but let's be honest here. There are probably thousands of people who get caught up in contracts like these finance agreements because they appear to be written to intentionally make you believe the billed amount is the payoff. After weeks of no response, American First Financial's general counsel contacted us and in a written statement said their consumer rental purchase agreement is written in compliance with each state's Lease Purchase Agreement Act and that it is not designed in any way to trick customers. They also said consumer rental agreements are not debt instruments, but they would look into changing the language to print the total dollars due by the due date in the early buyout section. And then thanked us for our suggestion. You're welcome.